Welcome back. Well, you likely felt it about 2 this afternoon. Winds really kicked up out of the north and a big cold gust of air came through. That was the leading edge of a cold front knocking at our doorstep. All right, there's that big cold air mass dropping down as we speak. You can literally see the leading edge of it kind of splitting Colorado in half right now, and that's going to continue to track across the region as we speak. So, what's causing all this? Well, what happens, we get these big dips in the jet stream, just like so. All that cold air out of Canada settles in. You mix in a little moisture with that, that's what kicks off the snow. And you can see that band of snow right now, primarily impacting the Denver International area, a little bit into Grand Junction as well, but that is moving our way. Likely going to see some pretty decent accumulations. All the moisture coming up off of the South Pacific. Reason for that, we've got an area of low pressure. All right, that area of low pressure is grabbing onto that moisture and streaming it across the state right in front of this cold front. So here's how things are going to play out over the next few hours for us. That colder air is going to continue to move across the state, so we're going to see those breezy conditions tonight. We're going to see some pretty heavy bands of snow moving across. And when I say bands of snow, the thing to keep in mind is we might get 8 inches in one area and only 2 just a matter of miles down the road. And again, we're kind of getting that clearing effect, basically Pueblo north in between the springs, kind of that donut hole. And that happens quite often, especially when you have Pikes Peak to really block out a lot of that flurry activity. Snow is going to continue to stream across the region about 2:30 tomorrow. That's when things are going to start to clear up for us. And by tomorrow afternoon, we're looking relatively clear. So, as for accumulations, here's how things are shaping up. Notice the heaviest accumulation staying over top of the mountains. We're going to see a bit of a clearing here into the springs, but we're still going to see some accumulation. Palmer Divide, keep this in mind if you're traveling out tomorrow. 3 to 7, it's going to be stop and go traffic into that area. Here into the springs, likely going to see 1 to 2, a little bit higher up into the mountains, 2 to 4 inches of accumulation by tomorrow. As we move a little bit further south into the mountains just west of Pueblo, about 3 to 6, and that is going to border right into Pueblo. So again, we're likely going to see some decent accumulations into Pueblo overnight. 2 to 4 right along the Mexican border though, or New Mexican border I should say. As for lows tonight, into the teens and single digits into the mountains. Tomorrow we're looking at the 20s across the board, so not much of a warm up as that colder air really starts to settle in. Over the next 7 days, here's how things play out for us. Temperatures will trend up over the weekend, so the weekend's looking great. If you have travel plans, try to travel this weekend if you're heading out of the state. That's going to be the time to do it, because once Monday rolls around, that's when our next system starts moving in. That one's really going to drop those temperatures back down to the teens and single digits. Into Pueblo, 38 over the weekend. So again, not a bad weekend forecast. It's just tomorrow and by next Monday, of course, right when we're heading back to work on Monday, it's going to be a snowy, cold one. Into Teller County, we're going to see pretty decent coverage on these snowstorms. Again, tomorrow we're looking at about a 50% shot of moisture. That's telling us a lot of coverage on these storms, pretty decent accumulation. And then by late Sunday night into Teller County, that's when that next storm is going to start knocking at our doorstep. So probably going to see a white Christmas, I guess you could say, but it's going to be really, really late tonight, so nobody's going to get to enjoy it, unfortunately.
We'll enjoy it tomorrow.
There you
cold,
go. There you go. Just pretend.
Yeah.
Oh,
temperatures.
frigid cold. Yeah, single digits.
Thanks, Jason.
Yeah.
Well, the Broncos didn't play